number 7, don't be held hostage by local markets and drought conditions. There's a drought somewhere every year and everybody gets in panic mode. It kills you. It kills the producers in that area. Not because it's the drought condition, it's the panic that causes the torture. As long as the hay has the feed values you're looking for, it shouldn't matter to you whether they come from 10 miles down the road or 2,000 miles down the road, just as long as it's cheaper sitting in your yard. Number 8, they're literally, I had to cut down to try and only list 8 apiece. But number 8 is there are endless possibilities for the future and personal management practices for you to maximize your operation's gross profits. Every operation has a totally different way about going and doing business, figuring their rations. That's why y'all are all in business. Everybody's a little bit different. But everybody should have a lot of ways that they can use this system to maximize their profits. We're cutting out the middleman. Basically, we are cutting out the middleman. Alright, another question is, how does everyone get paid? This is really simple, not going to change, it's all the same. Number 1, buyers are billed every Monday. They must pay in full within 5 business days, which means Friday. If at any time in between they haul 20% of their contract, they're done, they're cut off. You cannot haul more than 20% of your contract unless your bill is paid in full. It's real simple. If you want to keep hauling on it, get after them secretaries and tell them they get the money in. As soon as the money's received, you're good to go. But anyway, got to pay by Friday, got to be paid in full. And as a reminder, the 20% down payment that you're required to put down on any contract, that pays for the last 20% of your contract, not the first 20%. And none of it in between. We don't do any percentages of your contract and take it out. You're looking at an accounting nightmare, and if any of y'all have ever been involved in that, it ends up in nothing but an argument with whoever's doing the books. We're just wanting to keep this simple. The next one is trucks. How are trucks going to get paid? Well, our trucks are paid every Thursday. Every Thursday. All their documents must be received by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. If documents are received on Wednesday or after 3 p.m. on Central Standard Time on Tuesday, they will be paid for the following week. Okay, I want everybody to get really used to this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, because that is the deadline at the bank for any wire transfers. That should be foremost in your mind. If you want to make sure that you're paid up on Friday and your trucks will be allowed to haul on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's got to be wired before 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same thing with the payees. If they want to be paid on Friday, I have to send that wire by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it will reach their bank that same day. Alright, the producers. I know you guys are worried about getting paid, and you should. You've put a lot of work into what you've already got. Producers are paid on every Friday. All documents, which means you'll have books that you got to fill out, scale tickets, you've got to have them sent in to us, a copy of those sent in to us every Wednesday by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And every Friday we will either, which is your choice, it must be set in your contract, either you will get an old-fashioned check so you don't got to pay your banker $10 for the wire transfer, or you can pay your banker the $10 and have it that same day. All payees have the choice of being paid by check or wire transfer. Question: do you have representatives everywhere in this country? Answer: no, I don't. Not full-time reps, I don't. I eventually hope to have, but right now we're just going to pretty much worry about the central United States, all the way from about Idaho down on the west side, Utah, maybe a little bit of Nevada, all the way down to Arizona. And then on the eastern side, probably about from Illinois straight down. That's what we're concentrating on right now. We've got a lot of bridges to cross, and I hope y'all will help us cross them. But eventually, I would like to have full-time reps in every state. As far as if we do have a call from another state, we have roamers, what I like to call roamers, and that's just reps that'll go anywhere. And to be honest with you, the number one is sitting right here. I will jump on a plane. I will go anywhere that I need to go if there's a valid reason, a big customer, a big client that has a large amount of hay, he wants to be on this, whatever. I want to expand. I want this to revolutionize the entire hay industry everywhere in this country. There's a lot of false markets out there, and I'm sick of them. I think y'all are too. So anyway, the bigger that we get, the more people we have involved, that is what's going to change the system forever. Where everybody ain't taking it in the shorts just because they live in a certain area. Okay, how do I get a login? All right, in order for producer and buyers alike, must fill out and sign non-competition contracts, non-disclosure contracts, a credit check form, and a personal reference form with Justman Livestock Incorporated. Okay, that's a lot of contracts. But those contracts are put out there to make it a pain in the butt for you to do business with me. Because if you're willing to, let's face it, thieves, crooked guys are lazy guys. They're not going to go through the effort. I don't want those kind of guys doing business with us on this site. Basically, I'm making sure that the system cannot be ruined or tainted by somebody else screwing the system up. And that's where the non-competition and the non-disclosure contracts come in. The credit check forms is I just, want to make sure that you can pay for the hay. Whether it's a buyer or a seller, I need to check the validity of you. And that credit check isn't near as important to me as that personal reference check. We all know a lot of guys that may have 800 credit score, but they've screwed all their neighbors. They just know who to take advantage of, that it doesn't count on the numbers. You know what? I don't care if he's got an 800 score credit. I don't want to do business with him. If a man will cheat his neighbor, I don't want nothing to do with him. Alright, so once you get those forms, you sign those forms, you send them in to me. A senior member of Justman Livestock will either approve you or deny you. If I approve you, because I'm going to take the heat, I'm probably going to be the one that's going to either approve you or deny you. Then we sign a contract. I issue you a contract that you can sign that you're going to do business with me, and you're going to do business the ethical, the honest, and with integrity. Then I will issue you a login. Once you have that login, you can come to the site and you can search the site all that you want, but you cannot ever search any hay. In order to get into the hay, you have to have this login. And I will give you that login. I've actually been asked this a couple times in the last week and a half. Who sets the hay price? Quite literally. The market is up and down right now. So we have to kind of deal with the market as it is today and be looking towards the future of revolutionizing it. But we have to have a place to start. And that place to start is what the market is right here today. So that's kind of what we're going to suggest. If you're in Kansas, we're probably going to tell you that your hay is going to be worth about 175, 180. You know, if you're in the San Luis Valley of Colorado, we're probably going to tell you that your hay is worth 240, 250. If you're in Utah, we're going to probably be telling you your hay is worth about 190, 200. These are the hay markets that are out there right now. It's going to be a slow process, but eventually, the biggest thing is getting it onto the system where guys can see the difference of what it costs delivered into their yard. Because that's the ultimate thing. I think eventually the producers will get more for their hay and the buyers will give less for their hay. And you say, well, how can that work? That doesn't make no sense. How in the world can a seller get more and a buyer give less? Well, there's a lot of middlemen in this business. If y'all don't realize it, I hate to break the bubble for you, but it's the truth. There are brokers like me, many brokers out there, and when you talk to one broker, you think I'm buying your hay. Sometimes that's true, a lot of times it's not. I'm using another broker friend of mine who may be using another broker friend of his, and there's 3 brokers involved. We've still got families, we still got bills, we still got miles to pay, so each and every one of us is making money off of that deal. So there literally maybe $30, $40 profit in there. Well, now there's only 7. So you're literally taking out $33 of the in-between money, and you can split that down the center, and each guy is getting $16.75. The producer can sell his hay for $16.75 more, and the buyer can give $16.75 less. And that's how the system works. Everybody is win, win, win.